I told you this is the master equation we'll start with. Okay, derivative of a with respect to time is equal to Ra. Now I told you here this is a variable separable equation. It means that separate the variables, bring all a on one side and bring all t on the other side. This is how
Doctor
you solve your
Said Islam,
differential equation.
sorry for the interruption.
Yeah,
I think the student complaining that they couldn't enter. It's
they
not
cannot
working.
enter. لا but
It's,
you said 20
yes.
22 students
والله.
موجود already تقريبا كله موجودنا الحمد لله.
Alhamdulillah. But yes, yes. Now they are talking
Okay.
at the group. Some of them, but it's okay. Yes.
Yeah, now I see 24, 23. Many students are already here.
Doctor,
Yes.
it is because we are joining from the phone and the others trying to join from the laptop and it doesn't
No
work.
problem. I will wait few more minutes. I will give you few more minutes. Ask them to join through course room. I am here in the course room. Ask them to join. I will give you few more minutes. No problem.
Okay,
Ask them to join. I will wait. No issue.
okay. And in addition to that, in the phone, it is not clear that the page that you're presenting.
Well, Ashok, this is why I typed it. I think this is the handwritten equation. I
Yes,
type it within a very small time. I think I will increase the size. ما في مشكلة.
thank you.
This should be much more clear than this one. This is handwritten, but this one is, it should be better. Sawallah. Can you see it now?
Yes, yes, thank you.
Yeah, I typed it in Word. So inshallah, this will be clear to you. Don't worry.
Thank you, doctor.
Let me see. I'll start from the beginning. Look, we are trying to get the derivation for the formula of compound interest and the amount we get for the problem of compound interest. A rate will be given to you. So this is where we start the derivation of formula. dA over dt is equal to Ra. This is the master equation we are using over here. Separate the variables. Okay. Bring dt on the right hand side and bring a on the left hand side. So you will have dA over a. Okay. Sure. This is tahad. This is qism. When you change the side and bring it to the right hand side, it becomes darb. Okay. It becomes darb. Now when you change the side of a, bring it yasar, it will become division. So here it is multiplied. When you change this side, it will become divide. So it will go tahat. A comes down. And dt, it will go 4. So this is what you have. Now, dA over A equals to R or dt. R is a constant. Now see, if you want to solve this differential equation, what we are going to do, we are going to take the integral on the left hand side and integral on the right hand side. This is how we solve with variable separable equations, okay? Variable separable differential equations. Take integral on the left hand side and take integral on the right hand side. So this is what you get, the next one. Okay, I take the integral on the left hand side and I take the integral on the right hand side. So see, when you take integral on the left hand side, what we have, so the function, this is dA. What is the function? Function is 1 over a. Can you tell me how much is the integral of 1 over a?
LNA.
Ln a. Okay, this is actually same qanun. If you remember, integral of 1 by x dx. Integral 1 by x dx. This is ln x. Let me show you the qanun. I might be having it over here. Make it easier. Integration rule. In case someone does not remember, you see integral 1 by x. Qanun raqam 11. You see this rule number 11 over here.
Yes.
Integral 1 by x dx, this is ln x. Okay, so this is what we are doing over here. Integral 1 by a will give us ln a. Now see, r is a constant, it is multiplied, so you don't do anything to this. Okay, if a rakam is multiplied, You don't touch it, you don't do integral for that. You will only do integral for the function. Integral dt. Integral dt كم؟ شوف قانون رقم واحد. Integral dx كم؟ Integral of dx, how much you see?
X plus C.
X plus c. Okay, so this is x. Integral of dx is x. Now, so هنا ما في x. هنا what do you have? dt. So قانون will be the same, only اسم it will change. So integral dx gives me x, so integral dt will give me t. This is what you have. Zayed c. Exactly like I showed you over here. Okay, Zayed c. This is now what you have. Len a is equal to RT Zayed C. Here, show A is the amount, T is the time, R is the rate. Zayed C. What is C? C is the constant of integration. Okay. This is always there. Zayed C. Now see, in the next step, I will tabdeel this logarithmic equation into the exponential equation. How do I do that? How do I go to this next step? You will have to remember this column. I will tell you right now. First of all, you see on the left hand side, what do you see? Len. Len is h, this is logarithm. Now, len, this is log base e. In a base is e. Just remember this note I write down over here. If you have something like this, len of p, len of a function over here is equal to q, then it means this is how you will convert into exponential form. Yani if you have something like this, you can write it down kida. Yani p will be equal to e power q. Yani from here remove len, you will remove len and put this q as a power of e. So it will become p equals to e power q. This is what we have. Is it clear, students? Please have a look at this formula. If you have something like this, len p equals to q, you can change and write it like this in the exponential form. P is equal to e power q. Yani this right hand side will go to the power of e. This is the exponential form. So let me change this logarithmic equation into the exponential equation. So you see this a, I will leave it as it is. And I told you the right hand side, it will go to the power of e. So exactly like this. Okay, exactly like this form. So on the right hand side, I had RT plus C. It will go to the power of E. So this is what I have now, Baki. A, this is equal to E power RT Zayed C. So if you have E power RT Zayed C, you can write down kida E power RT or E power C. So this is something you should be knowing. I mean, let me just show you over here. If let's say you have 2 power 3 plus 4, you can write down 2 power 4 multiply 2 power 3 multiply 2 power 4. Sure. If you have something like this, 2 power 3 plus 4, it is equal to 2 power 3 or 2 power 4. Actually, the qanun, it is x power a plus b. Other qanun. So x power a of x power b. Okay, this is the rule I am using. So clearly, e power rt xi c. So it will be equal to e power rt or e power c. Sure. C, as I told you, is a constant of integration, هذا constant. And E also, E is a rakam. E is also a constant, okay, 3.714, something like that. So this E power C together, this is a constant. So I will say, I will give it a new name. I will say this E power C, this is K. I just changed the name, okay? It is still the same value, E power C. What I did is, I changed and put K, a new name K, so that I don't have two mukhtalif variables. I changed the name to K. So the same equation will become e power rt third b power c. It will become e power rt third k multiply with k. K I will write down awal here. Okay, so you will get this formula. Amount A, this is equal to K of e power RT. Now this is the formula that we are going to use in solving the questions. So in short, let me just write down the end result of this formula. This is the formula that we are going to use. Sure. A equals to K e power RT. Try to remember this, and let me just tell you here, value of R, this is the rate, T is the time, A is the amount, and here K is the constant. Okay, let us just see how we make use of this formula in solving our question. Question 37. Okay, before I proceed, let me just take the surah of attendance. 30 students module. Yes, 0. Okay. Let us read this one. Okay, this is now the question for compound interest, where we are going to use this formula. Again, value of A, any amount, this is equal to K e power RT. Let us read. Upon the birth of their first child, a couple deposited $5,000 in an account that pays 8% interest compounded continuously. Yani what he's saying over here, that a couple, they had a child, and at the birth of the child, they put $5,000 in the account. And this account, it is paying 8% compound interest, which is compounded mustamil, continuously. The interest payments are allowed to accumulate. How much will the account contain on the child's 18th birthday? So now they want to know how much this 5,000 will become when the age of the child is 18. This one more lecture. After I finish this one, I have to let me finish this one. I will come to you. I will listen to you the email. Okay. Just forward me the email. I will leave you. Okay. So what he's asking us to find, that how much this 5,000 will become when the age of this kid, this is 18. Yeah, in other words, how much will this amount be after 18 years? بعد كم سنة؟ بعد 18 سنة, after 18 years. So tell me, when you at the start, always we put time as 0. When the kid is born, at that time is 0. And when the kid is, let's say, 10 sana, time is 10. When the kid is 18 years, time t, it will be how much? When the age is 18, what will be the time?
18.
18.
T will be 18, okay? So now, in this formula, I know everything. I know the value of A, I know the value of R, I know the value of T. The only thing I don't know is the value of K. So this is important. First thing in the solution of this sawal is I have to calculate the value of K, yani this constant. Once I calculate K, the only thing back is ta'weed. I will put all the values موجود in the sawal in this formula and I will get the amount. Now look, initially at the beginning when the kid is born, time, how much time is? 0. You see, time is 0 at the beginning. And how much they put when time is 0 at the beginning? How much they put? Amount A, this is khamsal. Okay. And rate is also given to you as well. Rate is 8%. So 8%, write it down kida. Sure. 8% minus 8 over 100. This film here, you have to write down as a rakam, as a ratio. This is 8 divided by 100. Yani, you can use calculators if you want to tabdil this into decimal. 0.08. All of us 0.08. So rate is given. This is 0.08. 0.08 minus 8%. So these three values, I will ta'weed hina in this qanun. Other qanun. Let me write it down. Ta'weed. Otherwise, I will have to go again and again for the qanun. Okay. Now, this is the rule. Look, I have these values. Let me ta'weed in this qanun. Okay. Amount is given to us originally at time 0. Amount is 5,000. Let us put these values here. So, A khamsal, AT khamsal, okay, 5,000 equals to K tor E power RT. Yani E power R. R is how much? R is 0.08. Tor time. Time is how much here? Time is 0. Time is 0. Okay. So let us multiply. So this you will get 5,000 equals to K tor E power 0. Should 0.08 tor 0, it becomes E power 0. Any rakam when you have power 0, what is the jawab?
1.
1. So K multiply wahid. K multiply wahid yani K. So value of K how much? Khamsa. Okay. So by solving this equation, you get the value of K. K is how much? K is 5,000. So now our formula A equals to K ERT will become kida. Now I calculate K. K is how much? 5,000. Sure. Now my formula becomes kida. This is why I did these first two steps. Okay. Now I have my formula A equals to amount equals to 5,000 E power RT. Now let me write down what he wants. He wants you to find now the value of A. This is what we need to find. Okay, A equals to how much? This. We need to find A. Okay, and what we know, what we know is value of R. R how much? R Lissa, same 0.08. This is the value of R, and the amount you want to calculate after how many years?
18.
18. See, this is what my problem has reduced to. يبغى A rate is موجود 0.08 T 18. Let us تعويض هنا all these values. يبغى amount, I will تعويض in this column. 5000 e power R T. R is 0.08 of T. T is 18. Okay, this is what we do. Once you do this, this is approximately equal to 21103.5, and the unit dollars. Okay, so what we see that when they deposited $5,000 in the account, and if the interest rate is 8%, compounded continuously, okay, then by using this formula, okay, I write down formula here. Okay, so by using this formula, A equals to K e power RT, this is the amount we get after 18 years inside the account. This is the amount they will have, okay, to $21,103.5. Okay. Yes, students. Now go ahead and see if you need to ask anything.
I'm sorry,
The screen is visible?
you mean every year in the child account 5,000. So after 2 years it will become 10,000, right?
No.
That's it, or I get it wrong?
You did not understand the question correctly. What they are saying بس they deposit 5,000 واحد مرة. They put 5,000 بس one time at the beginning. When the child is born, at that time they put it in the bank. Okay? Now, once they put واحد, they are not putting any amount again. Okay? Now, it says that this 8% interest, this is compounded continuously. Okay, this 8%, this is the interest rate, which is compounded continuously. Now, they don't bring any amount outside. They don't bring anything outside. Whatever the interest is accumulating, it is deposited inside the account. They are not bringing anything outside. Okay, they're not bringing anything outside, and they're also not putting anything inside. This 5,000 payment, they make it only واحد مرة at the beginning. Okay. They're not doing it again and again every 18 years. If they do so, it will be a مختلف سوال, and it will be a bigger amount. You see, it will be much bigger amount.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Is that language clear now? They only put واحد مرة, one time.
Yes, clear.
Yes, students. Anyone else has question regarding this one, this solution? This is a very simple formula. Once you memorize this formula, okay, this is how we derive it. Derivation is over here. Once you know this formula, usually you will have to find the value of constant k. After that, bas ta'weed values here. Okay, rate will be given, time will be given, just ta'weed values here, and you will get your amount. So this is the amount. This is how we find our compound interest. Okay, we still have some time. Let me see. Let us try to solve variable separable differential equation. dy by dx equals to, let's say, 3y. Okay, students. So this is a differential equation which is given to us. Okay. Let us try to find the general solution of this differential equation. I was told that we've already done this variable separable equation. Let me. Okay. Please, students, try to tell me what will be the first step over here. What will you do?
Bring y inside and dx on the other side. And the x, I'm sorry, the other side.
Okay. So see, 3, when you bring it on the left hand side, it will go tahat. Okay. And let me change this and write it. So what you are saying, bring y on one side and bring x on one side. So you see 3y, when you bring it here, it will go down. 3y will come here. And over here, this is what you will have. 1 plus x, when you change the side, 1 plus x, when you change the side, okay? So 3y you bring it down and dx you bring it forward. So dx will go here. But this 1 by x, when you change the side and take it to the right hand side, tell me it will go forward or تحت?
تحت.
تحت.
So let me write down 1 plus x. Okay. So what we did, we changed the sides. Okay. 3y we bring yasar, 1 plus x we bring all x yamin, all y yasar. Now once you do that, the next step, what is the next step?
Integrate both sides.
Integrate.
Do the integral on both these sides. Okay. This is the next step. So let me just write down. This is the next step. Yani hina you will do integral. Hina you will do integral. Aywa? So tell me how much you will get on the left hand side. This integral gives you how much?
Len 3. 1 over 3
Len,
len y.
len 3y. Let me see where is the ishara of. Alas, let me just write down len 3y. I'm not looking. I don't find the absolute value ishara. This will be len 1 plus x. Actually, these are inside absolute value. I don't see. Okay, I think I found it. أيوة كده. خلاص. So زائد len c. So when you find the integral, constant of integration is always there. What you usually do is you do zayed c. Okay, zayed c. But this time because all these values you're getting in len, this is why even this constant of integration you will use len c. Let me just check this is the same he's doing over here. Anyway, len c. So we'll do len c. Okay, this is actually by substitution. 3y, when you take this integral, you will use the method of substitution. 3y, you will give it a new name. You know the method of substitution, sir? 3y. If we give it a u, new name u, and then you find derivatives on both the sides, and then you solve it. If it is only dy over y, then jawab will be ln y. But it's not only y, this is 3y. Okay, so this is what you will get. Ln 3y over 3. Now look, by using the properties of log, you know how you can write down. If you have log of two values and in between you have this mujab ishara. Let me write down a note. Note. If you have something like this, so len A zayed len B, this is equal to len A torque B. So for the kanun, try to remember it as a rule. Okay. If you have something like this, two logarithms are added. Yani len of A zayed len of B, you can write it down kida. You will take len wahid marra and multiply both the functions. So this is what you will get in the next step. Yani you will multiply these two. So okay. Now in the next step, what you will do, you will take 3 on the other side. So you will have the next step. You will take this 3 on the right hand side and multiply. Okay. So yes, when you take yes, Baki bus len 3y. Okay.
Excuse me,
Now
Doctor.
see.
How len 3y?
Yes.
How len 3y?
How len 3y?
How 3 become in the integral? I know this is a constant and it will take out. Then
دقيقة dy over y,
teacher,
how much
he's
is
right.
it?
It will be len y, not len 3y.
yes, Doctor.
Let me explain you first. Dy over this is how much?
This len
لا
y.
لا you're right. This is لا صح. هذا برا هذا outside. لا it's I make a mistake over here. خلاص. 1 by 3 the constant, it is outside, sir. I missed it. أيوة كده كويس. You're right. This will go outside. اكتب هنا. 1 by 3. خلاص كده. Okay. Now it is right. Now see, this 3 comes on the right hand side. It will multiply here. Now, this 3 I can write down at the power. Okay, this is again a property of a log. Now, this is another property of a log. Let me just show you. It says that if you have something over here, let's say B. Let me say C. C or len A. This C, it can go to the power of A. هذا قانون, okay? Len A, it will go to the power. C will come over here, okay? So if you see a value is multiplied before the len, it will go to the power, okay? This is again a property of a log. This is something you don't have to rely, you just have to remember it. هذا قانون. So this three, I will put it at the power over here. Okay, so this will become something like this. Sure, this three will be gone from over here. It will come here as a power. This will come over here. Okay, so this three will go to the power because of this property. This is the property of the log. Okay, now in the next step, what we can do is this qanun that I told you over here, this one, len p equals to q. So it means you can write down this value p. This is equal to this right hand side. You will bring it and put as a power of e. هذا قانون. Okay, this right hand side you will put as a power of e. كده. So let us do that. Now this one, it will be by using that property, it's a baqi bus y, and this one right hand side, it will go to the power of e. So over here there are lots of properties of logarithm that we are using. So when you remove this log, so you convert it into exponential form, the right hand side, it goes to the power of e. Now again, if you need to get the general explicit solution, what will happen? If you have e and then alatul len, e and then immediately over the power of e, you have len, then this value comes down. Only the argument, this value, 1 plus x c power 3. This will come outside. Okay. So finally, y will be equal to, I think this property is written over here. E power, it should be given somewhere. Okay, I mean, just try to remember this thing. If there is e and there is len alatul in the power, then this value comes down. Okay, this will come down. So finally, I think it should have been given over here. But anyways, no.
It will cancel, doctor.
E and len they cancel. So baki only هذا. Okay, this one, this argument after len. So finally, your solution will be here. Let me write down. It will be 1 plus x of c, okay, outside power 3. Okay, this is how we do. So for solving these types of questions, lazim, you'll have to familiarize yourself with the properties of log. Okay, because you know all these properties of log, this one I mentioned over here, Okay, you have to remember these properties of log. These are being used again and again. Okay, this one. So this is how we are going to find the general solution of this differential equation. Okay, we're almost running out of time.
Could you go to
12:05.
the answer, doctor, so I can take a screenshot, please?
Okay.
Excuse me, doctor.
Yes.
Isn't the C supposed to be K?
C?
Yes.
No, no, no. This is a mukhtalif sawal. This is nothing to do with the compound interest.
Okay. Because we used to do
Usually,
it this way.
constant of integration, usually we use as C. We don't use K. Always, in every sawal, okay? These are the notes of your teacher. Sure. Everywhere, usually, this is universally applied. Constant of integration is Zayed C. Shofina, C is using C. So this is the constant
Yes.
of integration of Zayed C. We don't use K over here in integration.
I understand that, doctor, but when we used to do it with Dr. Sayed, when we finished the solution, we switched the C into K.
No, Mr. Abdullah. We switch C into K when we have two variables or two numbers.
When you have
Like
more than
C1
okay.
and C2,
constant.
you don't write C1 and C2, you
Aywa.
write K as a multiplication of C1 and C2, or plus or minus or anything.
Let me clear your
K
doubt. Let me clear
represent
your doubt.
two different numbers.
Shuf hina.
Yes.
If there is only wahid, no need to convert. C will be